Shalom, my name's Gabrielle Clissold. I'm a cantor in Tinton Falls, New Jersey. I've had the blessing of serving this congregation for 18 years. And I have a family. I have two children, they're boys. My sons are 19 and 15. And my husband, well, I'm not going to tell you how old he is, but he's wonderful. And he's my voice of calm in this storm of non-reason. We are all struggling, and the American Conference of Cantors thought it would be a great project for all of us to come together and be with you every night, and to share songs that were giving us comfort and meaning during our time of struggle as well. I'm living in my mom's vacant 55 and over home. She moved into a memory care unit because she has Alzheimer's. And we are living with our children and our 5 furry friends. And it's really been a big adjustment. We're living here because our own house is under construction from a major flooding incident that happened on December 15th. So it's been a challenge, and that's just the way life's going to be. And the best thing for me to do is to learn to live with it in a graceful way, rather than questioning why it keeps happening. So one of the things that is happening soon on our calendar is Pesach, Passover. And the Hebrew word for Israel has a translation. And the translation of Israel is one who struggles with God. And we are people who are allowed to struggle with God. And the word for Egypt in Hebrew is Mitzrayim. And the definition or translation of Mitzrayim is literally a narrow place. Because when we were slaves in Egypt, we were in a narrow place. Think of the image of somebody standing on the edge of a parapet in a building, or one of those really skinny ledges that people stand on as mountain climbers. We're in this narrow place. We are in this narrow place as we quarantine ourselves for the greater good. And the really important thing is to remember that although the world is a very narrow place right now, the most important thing is not to be afraid, not to be overwhelmed by fear. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד. והעיקר לא לפחד כלל, והעיקר לא לפחד כלל. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד. Singing that makes me feel calmer. So the next thing that I've been really thinking about is the dichotomous nature of Passover. We're talking about how we're free during Passover, but actually we're very restricted on Passover. We are supposed to clean out all the chametz, all the things that puff us up, and we are supposed to only eat certain foods, and we are supposed to live in a house that is free of all this stuff that fluffs us up. And this is to enable us to experience what our ancestors did, the Israelites, as they left Egypt and their bread didn't rise. But this is also a reminder of how with the gift of freedom comes the responsibility of thinking about the greater good. And a lot of people right now are used to helping. They're used to doing. They're used to being out there in the trenches. But the way to help everyone right now is to do things very differently. And it's to be quarantined and don't be a vector. Don't spread the virus. And it means not hugging people and not being there for people the way you always are. And it's very difficult. We're all struggling. And so it reminds me of the fact that Passover is really a story of freedom, but the reminder is that freedom comes with rules about how we treat one another. Avadim hayinu, ata b'nei chorin, avadim hayinu, ata b'nei chorin, avadim hayinu, ata b'nei chorin. That means we were slaves, and now we are a free people. A free people who is caring for one another by changing our lives for the greater good. And in many ways, that is the Pesach story. The last thing I was thinking about is that we have all learned different tools to connect with one another. Technology has been a friend. And the news media has also worked very hard to talk to us about the importance of staying safe. I would also like to suggest that it's okay not to watch the news all the time. In fact, not too much at all. There's no news right now. The news is that the virus is doing what it was predicted to do, and we have to do what we're told. And watching the numbers on the news is a devastating psychological experience. Limit your news exposure. I've done it, and I've started to feel better. Find things that you can do to help people. I saw some great videos on making your kippot into masks, and I think that many of us have a lot of kippot in our house that could use a new purpose. There are places and ways you can pay it forward. You could call places that are catering Passover and make a donation to them, and find ways for Passover food to be delivered to people who maybe can't afford it. And there are lots and lots of charities that are really reaching out to people to support them, and we can support those charities. In my own community, we are doing an amazing project to help our local food bank with a matching gift. That's incredible. We do not need to be unique. So it's very, very important right now for us to be together and apart, for us to use the gift of technology to hold one another, but not to really watch the news too much, guys. It's not going to help us right now. Just stay safe. I hope that you understand that I would love to meet you during a different time if we can't meet now. And if you want to reach out to me on Facebook, or if there's anything I could do for you, please be in touch with me. You can find me at monmouthreformedtemple.org in New Jersey, and you can email me and I will be in touch. My last song that also gives me so much comfort is called "Oh Guide My Steps." It reminds me that that we need God to help us center ourselves and hold the space and guide us in our steps. Oh, guide my steps and help me find my way. I need your shelter now. Rock me in your arms and guide my steps, and help me make each day a song of praise to you. Rock me in your arms and guide my steps. Ufros aleinu sukat shelomecha. Ufros aleinu sukat shelomecha. Oh, guide my steps and help me find my way. I need your shelter now. Rock me in your arms and guide my steps, and help me make each day a song of praise to you. Rock me in your arms and guide my steps. Oh, guide my steps. I wish you a day of peace. I hope that you carve out many times to center yourself and to find your space. I hope that all of us feel connected to one another. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity to be with you tonight. And I just wish everybody health and happiness and peace and good fortune and a beautiful and meaning Passover. Shalom.